Rhodosia community. We have some friends here that would like to say hello to. Where'd you go? They always follow me everywhere. It's cute though. Yes, they know at what time I come here, what time I'm here, if I bring any food or no food. It's pretty funny. I'm just here, doing meditation and stuff like that. I just wanted to guys let you know that I published some articles for you to read this weekend. But also wanted to give you some pointers about this weekend, about the Lionsgate portal, cleansing your energy right now, and so am I. Do you understand that leeching energy, people sucking out your energy through social media, in personal, spiritually, does exist? Okay, so be aware of that. This is weird spiritual warfare or something going on right now, especially now, like everyone, all of everything is being exposed, all the illusion is off, the 2 vaccines are not really working, and we already predicted this. Scientists told us, like, they have to invest more money. They know they have to do this. They have to do a proper vaccine. So I bet you in the next few months, we're gonna have another vaccine that we all have to get into, because there's more investment they need to do, but they're not doing it. Just the same way as equity they need to build. Just the same way as they have to change from linear to circular. It's not just investment in terms of money, there's more into it. There's called healing wealth, abundance of health, right? Abundance of healing. That requires lots of work. You can't skip that. You can't fake that. There's no illusion in the healing process and decolonization and all that. You can't fake that. And we have been living in a world that is full of fake everything. Fake food, fake people, fake everything. Everything is fake, right? GMO, all these things to, I'm just saying, you can't build a new with fake stuff and toxic shit. It's just not possible, which is why there's this blockage in everything, in the collective and everything. And we're all collectives are trying to overcome that, and go over about that, and also heal our traumas and do all these things, but it takes work, right? It takes time, it takes integrity, truth, but above everything, love. If you don't have love here for yourself, for others, compassion, integrity, we don't have nothing. And that's the thing, the truth. Like, nobody wants to face that. Nobody wants to, because we all been living until now with fake stuff, doing fake shit, doing toxic shit, lying, and fucking, it's what it is. Anyways, wanted to come here to kind of, have this nice conversation with you about, hi, see, even the ducks too, they want to have a conversation with you. So that's like, spirit, nature, Gaia, using this portal to communicate with you. Also divine, understand. Oh, look at that. Ooh, so many bugs. So yeah, so let's look at a little bit about the Lionsgate and right now the new moon in Leo. Okay, so what I was explaining in the article, the recent one that I was talking about, that fear is a fucking liar, like a liar, and love conquers everything. When you love everything, yourself, and you do good for others, and you do good things, and you keep that high vibration. That's another thing. Is like, I never got COVID. I even went homelessness for 6 months during COVID. I never got it. So that's another thing where I'm thinking that disease and sickness is in our mind. Do you understand? So if you believe that, then that's what you manifest. That's how you bring to yourself. The same thing with the Delta thing that's going on. There's this huge fear thing that is happening, right? And also that's something that the doctors and medicine is like, oh, that's another thing. Like, Right now, the data is saying that they're increasing much higher, but could it be also an illusion as well? That's something that I'm actually questioning myself. It's like, could they induce this kind of thing in order for more people to get vaccinated? Or is it real truth? But then again, when I found 3 people that got COVID after they got vaccinated, I'm like, okay, wait, so then there's something not adding up there, right? Then there is a variant that it can overcome what we created as a vaccine, right? But at the same time, I believe that these two can work when we are aligned with ourselves, when we are in the healing process. So not only rely on what the vaccine can bring you, can heal you and all that stuff during the COVID, but also what you do after you take the vaccine matters. So if you decided, oh, I got the vaccine, I'm good, I'm not exercising, I'm not meditating, I'm not doing anything, I'm just stressed the fuck out, I'm always negative, I'm always doing all these things. But now we also have children also that are getting it. We also have younger generation. But then we have to look at the mindset, like what are those kids doing in a daily basis? Are they exercising? Are they playing? Are they only doing video games all day and eating all day and not doing much? You know, after school, they don't really do activities. Like, you know, all these things come into play. So only relying that the vaccine, that's about it, and you're good, you're safe, that actually tells you that you're not, if you're not doing the work. Everyone has to do the work, even if it's uncomfortable, if we don't want to feel like doing it. You have to do it. And that's literally nature letting you know, like, yeah, you have your vaccine, good for you. You still have work to do. Okay? So that's what I wanted to leave it out there. Lionsgate. So this Sunday, it's 8/8. Okay? It's, you know, if you know about numerology, 8 is the symbol of infinity, right? So if you turn it around, it's infinity, and also is this number of transformation. Okay, so this weekend, and it was last until August 22nd, okay? So this is a great time to manifest. So I am encouraging all these creative people, activists, influencers, environmentalists, you know, there's a few scientists that I'm already like, you know, kind of like helping them out how to, because they're very like logical and data and all that stuff, but now they're seeing that, you know, science and spirituality are combined. They're not really separate, just like nature, right? Nature and us are not separated, and that's something that they are now are understanding more and seeing that the data can go more beyond than what they see, right? That it's okay to understand that there's more to that we don't know, right? That there is more in the void, in the unknown, right? So by tapping into ourselves, into our energy, we can actually see more that we cannot see in this external reality. So this is where also physics and quantum fields, if you understand it a little bit more, you see how it's more deeper than this, okay? But other than that, Lionsgate is also a great time for manifesting. So this is where, you know, if we're manifesting, you know, change of system, justice, and stuff like that, we have to also make sure that what we're manifesting or what we're saying is also comes from a pure place. Let me rephrase that. What I'm talking about is the fact that, you know, because it's an infinity and it's in a transformation period, we have to be careful of how we do this, because they actually can backfire into, you know, more situations. I mean, it could be, for some people, it could be like a turmoil, like something that, you know, transformative in a good way, but also it could be also catastrophic. But at the same time, do understand that whatever ends during this time, it's for your highest good, okay? And also it could be a rebirth. It could be something new that you're birthing, something new that is gonna resurface, okay? But what I was saying about the manifestation is that you have to heal yourself, okay? You have to work on that internal, like, traumas, your anything toxic that you've been doing, you know, not acknowledging and not holding yourself accountable. you know, getting rid of things or toxic things or habits or people pleasing and all these things, like, you know, emotional baggage. That's it, you know, get into that whole place. So this is where it's so good that we also have the new moon in Leo, because Leo focuses on the heart. Okay, so what I'm encouraging you before this Sunday, try to get back into your temple, your heart center, your souls, okay, and listen to what the divine is trying to tell you. Ask what is my guidance, what am I trying to do? And then when you receive that guidance through meditation or praying, all this stuff, write them down, because that's your manifestation that you are going to work on in the next few weeks, a few days. Okay, for some people it's going to be different. You're going to have different manifestations, you're going to have different circumstances, different things, but the energy is still the same. So if you are looking for manifesting some healing, internal healing and shadow healing, or fear or doubts, or you want to let go all these negative things, it's okay to actually work on those things too. You can manifest to get rid of that stuff, okay? That's called kind of like a form of alchemy, turning your dark shadows into light. So that's also can be good, but you have to be careful how you do this, because if you're coming from a place of hate, of not good intentions, you know, it can backfire on you. So fair warning, if you're not really sure of how to alchemize your pain and anger and all that stuff and turn it into light during this 9 gate, I would recommend that not to do that. I would recommend just like suggest, because everyone can do what you want. I'm just here guiding and suggesting it. But I would suggest that before you do this manifestation, get some healing, have some shadow work, have somebody, some healers, or somebody who can help you, you know, heal that internal aspect of yourself. And then when you're manifesting, do it in a space of love. Okay, just put all the things that, you know, makes you feel good and things like that. Okay, I do not recommend doing things because this is very, very intense, and that too, you don't be surprised that your miracles and manifestations start coming in right away, especially when you're coming from a place of wholeness and oneness. Okay, and then if, you know. And another thing that I'm hearing is that this period, it's also this new moon in Leo. It's all about nobility and courage and being brave and confident, and also at the same time, like, you know, be compassionate, like also help others as you can, you know, because there's a lot of going on, there's a lot of doubts and fear going on. So when you come in a place when you go back into your heart, and that too, like, let go of all distraction, like social media, like it's okay, like just pause everything that is external. Just what doesn't serve you, let it go. Like all these external things, like don't rely on the external, or, you know, like rely on yourself. Listen to what you have to say, because we all have our own internal inner wisdom. Okay, we all have this this love, this wisdom that comes from a long time ago. Okay, and we all have this lineage. It's just that we've been so conditioned, dormant, and completely brainwashed. Again, living in a fake world, right? In a men's world. That's another thing, ladies. It's your time now. Okay? Yes. Embrace your femininity. Your embrace that beautiful light that you already have. And if any man or anything is trying to tamp it down, and oh, you do too much, like, I mean, it's not for you. Or any parents, any toxic parents, dads, all that, like, no. Listen to yourself. You have this divine feminine. And that's another thing. Understand the patriarchy. Capitalism was created to keep you down, to keep you quiet. Calladita te ves más bonita. This is the usual, like, in Spanish. Calladita te ves más bonita. It means quiet, you look more prettier. Oh, okay. So we're supposed to be quiet for all the fucked up shit that is happening in the world right now. And I'm not saying like, oh, don't break the men, but I'm sorry, but do you see the billionaires mostly are? And that's just another thing. I'm like, wow, Rihanna became a billionaire. Good for you. Now, I hope you do good with that money, girl. You know what I mean? Pass it down. Or you can, you know, talk to your billionaire friends now. Just saying. Give me some suggestions. Sing it in a song. Make it into a song. Yes, Rihanna. Absolutely. Make a beautiful equity song about circular economy and tell them that, you know, they need to tap down that money now. And that way you can make more money. See? That's it. It's a feminine energy right now. That's exactly what it's calling us to do. So the Lionsgate ladies, step into your power, step into your wisdom. All the creatives, I'm getting also that too. Creatives, writers, healers, people who do interior designs or creativity, anything with creativity, you guys, this is your time. But you have to come into a place of healing. You have to heal that aspect of yourself, and all that self-doubt, all that stuff, because it's heavy. It's so heavy. Yes, carrying all these fear and doubts and then generational trauma and all this, it's heavy. That's why creativity is so hard to surface, because it's a heavy energy. It's so heavy. So this is the time before the Lions, before Sunday, I would suggest to just let it go. Write down the things that are not good for you. All that fear, all that doubt, all that limited beliefs, all that stuff, let it go. What doesn't serve you, let it go. And don't be surprised that when you start focusing on yourself and protecting your energy and stuff like that, you're going to have some people that are not going to be okay with you. Let them. You're good by yourself too. There's nothing wrong with being, you know, your own energy and your own self. And you will see that you will actually find a better best friend within yourself. You know, and then that too, the more you focus on yourself, you will start attracting those people that are meant for you, that they're good for you, that they support you, that they want to see you grow, that they want to see you thrive. Okay, so make sure that you choose you. Okay, choose you, choose love, choose everything that, you know, that makes you joy. And that too, just find things that make you have fun, that you feel joyful. That's another thing that my therapist keeps telling me too. Like, just do things that makes you joyful. Like, if you feel like closing all your accounts, like, fuck it. Really, just focus on the things that brings you joy. And that too, like, I told her that I didn't want to, because I love being in my community. I love that I can help them out, and they tell me thank you so much, because it really helps me when I read your stuff and when I get your newsletters and when I hear your podcast. You know, it helps them, and that makes me feel whole, and it makes me feel connected, not only with, you know, my community, but as a collective. And that's something that I'm focusing on now. Is like, I don't always have to be there or be something for everybody. I have to be there for myself, and then when I'm able to be there for other one, then I'll be there. Okay, because there's a lot. We're all going through so much stuff. We're all going through struggles and stuff like that, but we have to also understand that it's not equal, and then there's a difference in circumstances. Okay, but the energy that we're all going through, the collective, is healing, breaking cycles, and, you know, shifting, doing the focus on that. And also that too, we all now are starting to get into the sense of like, okay, the education is fucked, doesn't work for nobody, so let's see how can we continue doing this stuff, but also doing our own stuff and doing our own thing. Don't be ashamed of that. Do not be ashamed of going like, okay, this is the curriculum of education, but I don't really, okay, well, it just, that too, that's another thing, like grades, all these stuff, doesn't matter, it doesn't define you. So any younger generation that is looking at this, grades and stuff like that, doesn't matter, doesn't define you. Just pass the shit, but nobody really gives a shit once you're done school. Like, for real. Nobody's looking at you like, oh, you got the highest grade in this stuff. Okay, good for you. I got the highest grade in everything. Do you think that anybody from any job or anything has ever looked at my fucking report card? No. Do they? That's it. It's just for a title. That too, university is just a title. You pass your step, okay, great. That's it. Nobody cares. They don't give a shit. Bosses or employers, they don't care. You know what they care about? Your integrity. Your truth, who you really are, what you bring to the table, what's your gift, what's your talent, what do you love, are you good with people, are you kind? Those are things that nobody really talks about, or, you know, but it is important. Having a work ethic, self-discipline, those are things that are taught in school. You teach yourself. That I'm suggesting and guiding everyone. Creative outlets. anything creative right now, oof, oof, seriously. So I would suggest do anything, writing, painting, photography. Yes, right? I think so too. See? They're agreeing. That's my geese. Yes, I have a family geese around here. They always come. But yes, anything creative, a blog, there's so many things aside from what you're doing. If you're still working or you're still studying or you're still doing something, I would suggest take this month, like, prioritize rest, absolutely, because you cannot do anything without rest. That's something that I'm learning, and I'm telling you, it can get to burnout if you don't, prioritize rest, your creativity, and then also that too, the releasing, right? Because that's another thing where I'm like, okay, releasing, everything has its time and divine timing, okay? And if something feels like off, that you can't really like, then trust that, okay? That means it's divine, like trying to say, wait, everything has its time and place. There's no fast pace or anything like that. Like, I know that the capitalism and whatever social media logarithm crap is always like, oh, you have to post at this time. Oh, you don't have to post at no time. It's timeless. It's an illusion. Forget about that. When you're talking about social media content creation, you post whenever you want. It doesn't matter. Okay? Seriously. And I know for some people, there's like some businesses that you have to post at a certain time or at this specific time because they're doing this and that. And I don't know, for people who are working on social media and working for a business, I would suggest to create your own self-discipline routine that also involves rest, that involves some self-care, that involves, some time off social media for maybe a couple days after being there for too long. Like, sorry, but for our mental health, like, content creation and all that stuff needs to have its time and space, okay? And if you're not taking care of that, you are prone to burnout. I'm telling you right now. And honestly, I'm telling you, it sucks. It really does, because you feel like as a content creator, like something like when you're in burnout and you're like, oh my God, I don't feel like I'm, and then you go down, more down, okay? So in order to keep that high vibration while you also are creative, while you're also a person, or if you're a parent, or, while you also like, you like to be with friends or stuff like that, or with your family and stuff like that, then, you have to create this, it's all self-discipline, self-love. Self-love is self-discipline, for real. And when you have that within yourself, like you make that promise to yourself, then you be able to show up for yourself and you show up for others, okay? There's people like swimming. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say, guys. I hope that you do your manifestations this weekend, do your meditations, do your shadow work, inner healing, and that's it. I hope you focus on yourself and help as much as you can those who are in need. Okay, guys, I hope you have an awesome weekend. Enjoy your day. Go walk outside, do some meditations, get into nature, and I hope you're doing good and you're working on your mental health, working on your stuff. Don't let the fear, the media, and all this stuff drag you. There's still hope. There's always hope. Okay. Working on an e-course about sustainability and how creativity and art and education. Sorry, there's like there, but I'm working on some e-course right now about using art as like an education to create more climate change, sustainability awareness, okay, within ourselves and then externally. So, and also that too, like integrating the shifting of education of anti-racism, decolonization, and more consciousness, higher consciousness, healing the collective. Also using art as some sort of high frequency alchemy. Oh yes, I'm going to teach you some magic. and I'm gonna see if I can integrate other spiritual leaders and other coaches and other educators. So I'm working on that, okay? Divine timing. But other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day, and sending you so much love. And don't let the media or social media or anybody bring you down, okay? Remember, you are loved. You're so loved, okay? That the universe loves you. Angels, God is always with you, okay? Right here in the heart, right here, okay? Come into a space of love. Everything, do it with love, and you will never get wrong. You will never be steer straight or anything, okay? When you come from that space of love, and then you love yourself and you love others, and you take care of nature, and you do your own way to reduce your ecological footprint, you already are doing the work, okay? So don't be so hard on yourself.